Hello everybody, today I'll be talking about what's happening in the food sector in India. A lot of food innovations are being funded. That's a good news in India, and I think if really people want to work in innovation, I think they should see the food sector. A lot is happening in the food sector because there's a huge market. So even without a market research, you can enter into a food industry. If your line of research is good enough, definitely progress will be there. So let's talk about what's happening in the food industry in India. A Guwahati-based company has just raised 100 crore INR in India. It has been funded by Norwest Venture Partners and Intensive Software Services. So this is a good news. Why I say it's a good news? So what are the things which will work in the food industry? I was fortunate enough to be part of the food sector industry in India, where the ministers talk about there's a lot of requirement as far the malnutrition is concerned. So if the innovators or entrepreneurs or food technologists can cater to innovations relating to malnutrition, I think it has a very good market. And if I talk about this kind of funding happening in India, will definitely give us a boost to innovation. And when I say there's a boost to innovation, so the sector in food where you can target is snack food, or I would rather say finger foods. We are moving in urbanization, and since there's urbanization, so the snack food sector is going to rise. At the same point of time, you need to categorize your snack sector. Say, for example, this company itself, they had three trademarks in their name. They are working in three categories. One is the potato chips, biscuits, and extruded snacks. The snack market in India right now is 8 billion USDs, and it's quite decent in terms of many aspects. First, the growth rate according to CAGR is 20%. I think any business where you are able to earn anything above 10% is a profitable business. If there's any business model where there's a product or a service, if you're able to earn more than 10% after all the exclusions, I think that's a profitable business. So snack industry is something you should look at, and a lot of funds would be there in the near future, the way Walmart has entered into India. So why not work in the food sector? So launch some innovative products, make the distribution channels more easy. When I talk about distribution channels, I think blockchain based technologies which can take care of the distribution channel would be very helpful, because the middlemen would not be there. And when there's less chaos in the whole chain, or what you say as supply chain, in food technology terms we call it as HACCP. HACCP is hazard analysis critical control points. If you're able to identify the hazard points, I think you would be able to do the SWOT analysis in a much better manner. So if you have any questions related to how to take your food model to the next level, we would be happy to do that. If I talk about my degrees, one of my first degrees was in applied science honors, and I was fortunate enough to major in food technology. So food is very close to my heart, and I love working on food-based innovations across the globe. I'm associated with US law firms where we did research for the litigations which are going on. Especially one case where I did composition analysis of cocoa, and that was again if it was one of the top companies in US, and they were able to win the case. So it's happy to be part of the winning team always. If you have any questions related to food innovations, we would be happy to assist. My name is prity.khastgir, and you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Questions in the comment box below, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. The company is really interested to understand the IPR scenario. Again, we can be an asset there, whereby we can conduct some workshops and make the scientists understand how the food innovation can help people to get their business model to the next level. Have a great day ahead and a happy weekend. Bye bye, take care.